That now breaking news coming in. This is BJP hitting out at weekend stock market plot. WAPO report claims the LIC bounty for Adani. BJP calls it targeting of blue chip LIC. BJP has come out to say Congress is blowing the deep state horn. Jeff Bezos' WAPO, that is 3.9 billion LIC funds for Adani. LIC denies US media reports, cites due diligence. LIC claims false, baseless, far from the truth. So this is what we are in fact given to understand at this point. Washington Post that in fact has come out to post this, or rather bring out this very report at this point, wherein they're claiming 3.9 billion LIC funds for Adani. LIC denies US media reports and cites due diligence now. And LIC has come out to say that these are false claims, they're baseless and far from the truth. But again, this is what we are learning at this very given point. Again, BJP calls it targeting of blue chip LIC. That is what we are given to understand. The Washington Post report that has come out to highlight this very point claims that LIC bounty for Gautam Adani. So this is what we are in fact learning at this point. Chetan Bhutani joining me on the broadcast to bring us more details on it. Chetan, a very good afternoon to you. What are we learning in terms of what the report has to say as to the LIC bounty that's been mentioned here for Gautam Adani? And at this point, what is being rather given as a clarification from the BJP side that this is not the case? Just present both sides of the stories to our viewers at this point.
Annamalai has actually come back with a very strong statement because we see that Annamalai in fact said that after failing to weaken the Indian stock market through what he described as a targeted propaganda against the Adani Group, the so-called deep state has now shifted its focus to India's largest domestic institutional investor, LIC. In fact, very interestingly to note that Annamalai stated the due numbers contradicting to what the various reports have been saying. He mentioned that LIC made a profit about 48,151 crores in FY25, up 18% from the previous year. He added that LIC actually has a strong history of investing in private equity only, with its total equity holdings rising from 2.55 lakh crores in 2014 to over 13 lakh crores in 2025. In fact, it's very significant to understand that LIC's major equity exposures include 1.3 lakh crores each in the Tata Group and the Reliance, 82,800 crores in ITC, and over 1.4 lakh crores combined in SDFC and SBI, while its Adani equity exposure is just 4.5% of its overall portfolio. So clearly, a very meaningless and baseless, attacks being put on a very big institution like LIC, and rightfully the BJP leader has claimed that there is nothing wrong that's happening. LIC, in fact, in a statement also mentioned earlier, if you recall, that nothing wrong has been doing, and LIC always invests in money and equities which it deems to be fit and fine.
So, which is why there is an alleged conspiracy that's being spoken of here as well as we speak. But yes, viewers, this is what we are picking up about this very Washington Post report that we are bringing to you, what it claims and the counterclaim that's been made by the BJP leader at this point, and we will leave it at that.